I come from a dynamic that was extremely toxic and again challenging and traumatic on so many levels, to where because I've done this healing, now I feel called to share this.
And I'm gonna have to see like crazy improvement and not blame me like one more second for it.
Are you kidding me? If you want to get real, you're going to have to get over yourself and recognize that you have a disease. You have a mental illness and you have an addiction, and you are going to have to embrace that.
Blessings, beautiful beings. As always, it is truly such an honor to connect with you. Thank you for tuning in. And before we begin, I just want to say, whether you are tuning into this video with a healthy and a healed, harmonious relationship with your family, or you're tuning into this video and possibly have a toxic or a not even connected or a resistant relationship with your family, either way, I am sending you so much love, sending you so much love. May all situations, relationships, and dynamics adjust and align to the highest timeline, the most harmonious, beneficial experience for all. And so it is, because it really is truly so important. And I have personally gotten to experience this journey throughout the years, where I have had very traumatic and insane experiences with my family. If you know anything about my past or my childhood, then you know I have had extreme challenges and obstacles and fun things to deal with my family throughout the years, and it has definitely been a process. So with that, I just want to say, relationships, especially with our family, it's an evolution. And although it may seem like there are some family members that you're just like not related to, like there's just no way there's any relation, we actually choose all of our family members prior to this incarnation, where perhaps we've experienced certain things with them in past lives, or they serve as an archetype or an energy to act as a catalyst for us in this life. Or maybe they are uniquely, divinely resonant to you and they are a companion for life. They're the only ones that get you. We have these different relationships and these different dynamics with our family members for a reason. So knowing that first and foremost, like, okay, on some level, like I chose this. I chose this relationship with my family, and therefore I'm going to attentively and accurately co-create with my family in the most harmonious way, even though there may be challenges and it may be like, what the actual I just want to reiterate that I'm not coming from a space where I come from a family that has been really effortless and easy and has always been healthy. I come from a dynamic that was extremely toxic and again challenging and traumatic on so many levels, to where because I've done this healing, now I feel called to share this, and it has been such a huge thing in my life that has affected every area of myself, again beyond what I thought was necessary before, where because the relationships with my parents, one of my parents in specific, was so traumatic and toxic at one point, I had to cut all contact with that parent, where I literally did not talk to them at all, where we had no communication, and it was like we didn't even exist in each other's lives for multiple years in a row. Now, this was necessary because it was so toxic, and the cords, the connections, the relationship dynamics that were at the time the foundation were so distorted and needed so much healing. I actually had to completely cut them and remove myself from them so that I could do my own healing. Now, I didn't necessarily know that this is what this would initiate, but upon doing this, it forced me to have to activate my own divine parents, my own divine mother, my own divine father within myself, to reparent myself, my inner child, to connect with and heal myself on a deep inner layer so that I could eventually, and I did not know this at the time, reconnect with my mom. Okay, I'm just gonna say it, it's with my mom. Again, if you've seen the episode of Dr. Phil where they show my traumatic childhood, then you probably already knew that. But yeah, there have also been other toxic dynamics in my family with my other family members as well, because I just apparently chose an incarnation where I was like, yeah, let's just go through a bunch of crazy shit so that we can learn like the most insane messages and just channel the medicine through and share it with everyone else in return. Yeah, that sounds fun, that's entertaining, let's do it. So here we are. But yes, back to it. So once I did my own healing and I separated from the cords the relationship that previously existed, it also forced my mom to do her own healing, where because we had separated, she was spiraled into her own version of self-work, shadow work, and having to change so that she can better exist in her relationships and her life altogether. And now I cannot mention this situation without also giving graces to God, because at the same time, these are miracle situations that we are talking about. The fact that I am reconnected with my mom when at one point thought she was fully dead for multiple years, then didn't know if she was alive, reconnected with her, and now the fact that I have a relationship with her, it is actually a miracle. So knowing that too, when we do take initiative to do the work on ourselves, it also allows for the divine to come through, for God to step in and also create miracles. And through doing the work, we align ourselves to this reality where we experience these. And so years later, it took about 8 years for us, we reconnected again, having healed and dealt with our own things on a personal level, and now have been able to reconnect and have a beautiful, harmonious relationship that is so healthy, where we are able to fully communicate. I can literally tell her anything. I can communicate every emotion, every feeling that I have, and that is necessary in order to, again, continue to keep the relationship clear and connected. And she also feels the same, where we love each other, where we support each other. And although we have been through the craziest shit you could imagine, we let it go. We fully let it go, and we get to experience a new healed relationship from these versions of ourselves. It is so beautiful. And so with that experience of my own journey, I really truly have come to see how important it is to heal with family. Because again, at one point, I didn't think that you needed to have any contact with any of your family members. I didn't think it was necessary, because we are infinite souls that are cosmic and not just limited to this one reality that we are currently temporarily experiencing. I felt that if you had a dynamic that was too toxic for your human to interact with, and there wasn't any helping it beyond yourself, you can't change people. If it was too toxic, you didn't need connection with your family members. And again, although that was the truth of my reality at one point, now that I'm at this point, I'm like, oh wow, it's far beyond that. I needed to believe that in order to experience that healing. But now that I'm here, I see how deeply our consciousness is all connected with those we share DNA with. And not only have we chosen these family members divinely because they are perfect for whatever catalyst or experience that is required for our highest evolution, they also share your genes, your bones, your blood. Your lineage runs through them. So there is a connection that is far beyond even just the certain family members or even the archetypes that they play in your life. There is a lineage connection that, again, is connected through consciousness. So when we shift ourselves, when we heal ourselves, we are also healing our lineage through our consciousness, through the connection of our DNA. It runs so deep. And again, like the work that we are doing in this reality actually vibrates and extends far beyond this realm, where it's like we are actually healing our lineages, past, current, and future. Like it's casually major. And so the connection that you share with these family members, even if you don't resonate with them or certain things that they do or their energies or how they are, it is necessary to have as healthy of a relationship as possible with them. Where again, maybe that does mean completely cutting cords and connections for a temporary amount of time in order to allow for the healing to take place. Or maybe it is giving more love, calling a family member even more often, and sharing love with them, having a connection with your foundation from that which you genetically come from. This will also affect your mental, your physical, your social environment, reality, the way that you interact in other relationships, even subconsciously, and in ways that you cannot even imagine. So yes, take this as a perspective. I want to give hope to anyone who perhaps is in a relationship with their family members or has been, that is just like unseeable. It's like there's no way there can possibly be light at the end of this tunnel. There's no way there can be miracles are possible. And just do whatever is necessary to create the most healthy and harmonious dynamic for all of your relationships. And once again, I am sending you so much love, and know that you also have family members beyond just your genetic DNA related family members. You also have soul family, and if you resonate with me at all, then I'm probably one of your soul family members, and I love you, and I would be giving you a hug right now. So Feel the love and know that you are worthy and deserving of so much love and support. And if your family members aren't the ones that are able to give that to you right now, that's okay. Create, again, the healthy dynamic in whatever way it is to best support yourself so that they can in return support themselves, and so that God's source divine creation can come through and create the most harmonious alignment. And with that, you will also attract your soul family members. So amplifying that reality to you and sending you so much love, always, always. Infinite blessings.